This famously is known as the Theatre of Dreams, a very warm welcome to Old Trafford. So, here we go then. Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain. I'm John Champion, and sitting alongside me up here in our lofty perch in the commentary box is Jim Begley.
Hello John, hello everyone, it's a real pleasure to be here.
Phil Jones. Smalling. Juan Mata. Plays it long. It's over the top. The opposition posing a few questions, but he's able to intercept. Matuidi. Here is Cavani. Bursting forward. It's there!
And some of the best managers I played for insisted on starting games as you mean to go on. And we've just seen a very important opening goal from an extremely talented individual who looks primed for more. He really does look at it.
That was a teasing finish.
Well, when you go one-on-one with the keeper, you can't afford any indecision, and that was decisive and clinical.
Manchester United have been caught cold early on. They've scored in the opening 10 minutes of the game to make it 1-0. Phil Jones. Juan Mata. Tried to play it through. Fellaini. Here's Rooney. Here's Van Persie. Van Persie spotted the ball being played and did well to reach it, but that's about as good as it got. It's Valencia. Trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. Well intercepted, saw the danger and got to it. Played in accurately. Cavani plays it to his right. There'll be a throw-in. Here's Lucas Moura. Van der Wiel, he's onside here.
Cavani is an obvious threat in set plays now, and whoever's deployed to deal with him is in for quite a tough task. They've got to get it right.
Ibrahimovic. That won't worry the keeper. This goes for a throw-in. Cuts it out. Fellaini. Ashley Young. It's one-on-one. Pass cut out. Thiago Silva. Maxwell. Van der Wiel. Cavani. Matuidi. Cavani. Over the line for a throw-in. Cavani did well running onto the ball through, but didn't get enough of it to register a shot. Ashley Young. Knocks it over the top. Chipped over the defence. Rooney!
To be fair, that was tough for the keeper to handle.
We're in the 30th minute. Matuidi. Here is Cavani. Lint. Ashley Young. Juan Mata. Fellaini. Blind. Thiago Motta. It's Cavani. He was well positioned, good defending there. An interesting duel in prospect. It might not just be about the football. Van Persie. Rooney. Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. Matuidi. Maxwell. Here's Van Persie. Through it goes. And it's hoofed away. Matuidi. Juan Mata. Here's Van Persie. Surely a goal. Rooney. Can he now find a finish? He's delivered all right. He'd love to play against defenders as charitable as that every week.
Well, he's got the result there, but you really have to question that defence, or lack of it.
The game restarts with the scores level again.
Well, in a tight game like this, there was always going to be little to separate them, but he...
And there's a goal!
When you can produce a first touch that is as good as that, you're on a winner. And it was all done with consummate ease. That's just lovely to watch. A beautiful flow.
Goal!
Well, none of us were exactly sure how that was going to end up then, but I'm delighted to see such a happy ending after such a splendid dribbling run. I mean, he really did fool that defence into wondering what he was going to do next.
There is the end of the first period. 2-2 is how it stands after 45 minutes of play. We kick off for the next 45 minutes. Marco Verratti. Ball threaded through. That is wayward.
I think he's done very well to get into such a good position in front of the goal, but he just couldn't put in the telling touch.
Blind. One pass forward. David Luiz. Marco Verratti. Ibrahimovic. Forward it goes. Blind. Cavani. It's Ibrahimovic. Rooney. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Fellaini. An important interception, things were starting to look dangerous. Thiago Motta. Going forward. Good interception, just what they needed. It's Van Persie. Van Persie! The danger was there, he dealt with it well. Blind. 15 minutes of the second half gone now. Paris Saint-Germain not as yet making any changes. He's looking to find his front men. Cavani. Looking to carve open the defence. Played into space out wide. Heads it. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain. Great cross in. Made the rest easy. Van Persie. Falcao. He's on a real charge. Van Persie. He scores.
Well, this is a terrific show of resilience and spirit. I love to see a team roll up their sleeves and force their way back. Superb.
A gem of a cross and a straightforward header.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
They're back level again.
Yeah, we thought that this one would be close between two strong sides like this, and I think that just goes to prove it.
Ibrahimovic. And a much needed intervention that was too. Valencia. Plays it long. Well played, that got them out of trouble. Here's Van Persie. Van Persie showed a great desire to get to the ball, he just couldn't do much with it. The ball goes through, trouble looming, but he's able to cut it out. So, extra time looming. Have either side got it in them to avert that? Matuidi. No, that's not going to make it through. Some dangerous moments, but he was there to intervene. Marcos Rojo. Ashley Young. Couldn't quite get it through there.
Yeah, and it was a case of good awareness too. That wasn't quite matched by the right weight of pass. It only needed just a little bit more behind it, and he was through.
And now it's been played forward. Marcos Rojo. Thumps it long. With the scores level, both sides will just have to go for a winner here. Only 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Play surges forward. Van Persie. He so nearly exploited that mistake.
Oh look, I don't need to tell you that is not a good area to lose possession in, and should it be repeated, I think there's a real chance that the next time they're going to be punished for it.
You'd really expect a player of his quality to score there.
Oh, he's just a nightmare for any defence. His movement, his pace, his anticipation, it's on another level. It's so hard for any defence to contain that. Well, time is running out. They need to start pushing forward.
Out towards the byline. Through into space it goes. Leap for the header. Good delivery, but I'm afraid the finish wasn't up to it.
Oh, they really wanted that. There's so many players in the box. Everyone's committed to attack now.
He wasn't far from finding the net again.
I think what we're looking at here is just a very special talent. Someone who can decide the outcome of a match on his own.
Offside, good call there by the referee's assistant. Full-time whistle within sight. Looking to exploit the space. They have it again. Another attempt. Cleared away to safety. That was a carbon copy of an earlier miss.
Well, I wonder if their profligacy will rebound on them somehow. You know, they're very much on the up here, and yet they can't convert a string of very decent opportunities.
Can he get the ball in? There is the full-time whistle, and still the teams are deadlocked.
Yeah, both sides did start playing for a draw towards the end, but it was all very disappointing. For me, not much of a spectacle for these supporters.
Well, fitness will now be an issue as the referee blows his whistle, and the players head for periods of extra time. Falcao. And it's going to be a corner, I think. No, in fact, a goal kick is given. Showing some good skills, but ultimately unsuccessful.
Well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that danger area. I think something very special was going to be needed.
Van der Wiel. Long ball over the top. The ball goes through. Lavezzi. Ibrahimovic. And he couldn't put it away.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this time, but can't afford to waste chances like that though.
And he wasn't far off.
Yeah, he's definitely a player who looks like he could make something happen every time he's on the ball. He's just full of belief and energy.
Matuidi. An important interception. Things were starting to look dangerous. Marcos Rojo. Rooney plays it into the danger area. It's on for him. The flag stays down. Van Persie. Oh, super tackle. No, the defence alert and picked out the danger. The whistle goes and we've reached the halfway point in extra time.
Well, it may well be a case of who's got most to give now. Fitness levels look good and it's not any less competitive.
Into the second period. The tension pretty high, even down there on the bench. No room for complacency. Any mistake could prove fatal. Both teams have given their all thus far. Can they do it for another 15 minutes? He's bursting forward. Van Persie. Goal! Manchester United. That could turn out to be a huge goal for them. Well, what can you say about that goal?
Well, considering he has a bit of a shoot-on-sight policy, he was the one player that should have been picked up then. It was both careless and costly from where I'm sitting.
He'll be taking the match ball home.
Oh, this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
Manchester United now up by a goal.
Oh, look, it's lovely having a player with such ability in your side. He's always capable of coming up with something important, and he's done it again.
Now Van Persie, neat ball through the middle. Here's Falcao. He makes his way towards the penalty area. A shot. They've scored. It's a 2-goal lead now. He was never going to decline an invitation like that.
Look, you can only exploit the space if the pass is good enough, and in that instance, he was instinctive and quick, and it did the damage.
Surely now this match is over as a contest. He's on his way. And that's it. The final whistle. Must have thought the game was all theirs when they led. Instead of finishing them off, though, they allowed the opposition to creep back into it.
You know, it's a privilege to be part of a fabulous football match like that. That was a real roller coaster ride for the fans.